Hi everyone, in this video I am going to explain you about leaf anatomy. Under this, transfer section of isobilateral leaf or monocotyledonous plant leaf. Internal structure of isobilateral leaves. Following parts are visible in the transfer section of monocot or isobilateral leaf. Under this, the very first one is epidermis. An epidermal layer is present on both upper as well as lower surfaces. Upper epidermis is called adaxial epidermis. Lower epidermis is called abaxial epidermis. These both epidermises are one-celled thick upper and lower epidermal layers consists of barrel or oval-shaped compactly arranged cells. These epidermal layers are epidermal cells on both the sides covered by a thick cuticle which is made up of the substance called cutin. Here you have to remember epidermis present on both upper surface and lower surface. Upper epidermis is called adaxial epidermis, lower epidermis is called abaxial epidermis. Both epidermises are single layered cells and covered by a thick cuticle. A few big motor cells or bulliform cells are present in groups here and there in the furrows of upper epidermis. These bulliform cells are helps in folding of leaves on stem in particularly gracious plants. Stomata is present, each stomata consisting of a pore, guard cells and a stomatal chamber are present on both the epidermis layers. This type of stomata is called amphistomatous condition, which means stomata present in both upper epidermis and lower epidermis. Here you have to remember few big motor or bulliform cells are present in upper epidermis of monocot leaf. These bulliform cells helps in folding of leaves on stem. Next one, mesophyll. Mesophyll is not clearly differentiated into palisade and spongy parenchyma, but the cells just next to the epidermal layers are a bit longer, while the cells of central mesophyll region are oval and irregularly arranged. These mesophilic cells are filled with many chloroplasts to perform photosynthesis. Many intercellular spaces are also present in this region. Substomatal chambers of the stomata are also situated in mesophilic region only. Here you have to remember monocotyledonous plant leaf contains single type of parenchyma cells in their mesophyll, not differentiated into spongy and palisade parenchymous mesophilic cells. And very important thing, these mesophilic cells are filled with many chloroplasts which helps in photosynthesis. Intercellular spaces also present. Substomatal chambers also present at the stomatal region which is situated in this mesophilic region only. Next one, vascular region. Many vascular bundles are present in monocot leaf. They are arranged in parallel series. The central vascular bundle is largest in size. Vascular bundles are conjoined, collateral and closed. Conjoined in the sense xylem and phloem both are situated in same radii. Collateral in the sense xylem and phloem both are in 1:1 ratio, and closed vascular bundles means there is no cambium or differentiation between xylem and phloem. Each vascular bundle remains surrounded by a double layered bundle sheath. Outer layer of bundle sheath consists of thin walled cells, while the inner layer is made up of thick walled cells. Here you have to remember vascular bundles in monocotyledonous leaves are many, but central vascular bundle is large in size. All vascular bundles are conjoined, collateral and closed type of vascular bundles. Each vascular bundle surrounded by a double layered bundle sheath. Outer layer of bundle sheath is thin walled, but inner layer of bundle sheath is made up of thick walled cells. On the upper as well as lower surfaces of large vascular bundles which are present like patches of sclerenchyma which are closely associated with epidermal layers. There is no such association between the sclerenchyma and small vascular bundles. Xylem occurs towards the upper surface and phloem occurs towards lower surface. Xylem consists of xylem vessels and tracheids. Sometimes small amount of xylem parenchyma also present in xylem. Phloem consists of sieve tubes and companion cells only. Here you have to remember xylem present towards upper or adaxial surface, phloem present towards lower or abaxial surface. Xylem consists of xylem vessels and xylem tracheids majorly. Sometimes xylem also contains xylem parenchyma. Coming to phloem, phloem consists sieve tube elements and companion cells only. Let's see the diagrammatic representation of monocotyledonous plant leaf. See in this transfer section, monocotyledonous or isobilateral leaf contains epidermis on both the surfaces. Upper epidermis is called adaxial epidermis, lower epidermis is called abaxial epidermis. Both upper epidermis and lower epidermis covered by a thick cuticle. And important thing in monocot or isobilateral leaf, stomata is present in both surfaces. Stomata present in adaxial epidermis and stomata present in abaxial epidermis. This type of stomatal condition is called amphistomatous condition. Between adaxial and abaxial epidermis, they contain single type of mesophilic cells which contains many chloroplasts to perform photosynthesis. Then these mesophilic cells contains very less intracellular spaces and they shows substomatal cavities. Coming to vascular bundles. Vascular bundles are conjoined, collateral and closed type. Xylem contains xylem vessels, xylem tracheids and sometimes xylem parenchyma. Coming to phloem, phloem contains sieve tubes and companion cells. On adaxial epidermis, so some cells are bulliform cells or motor cells which helps in folding of leaves. Let's check this diagram carefully for your better understanding. Up to here, leaf anatomy. Under this, both transfer sections of dicot leaf and monocot leaf were completed. In next video, I will explain you about secondary growth. Thank you very much.